Hi guys. I started using Powtoon a couple years ago, and I find it really easy to use. And you know, the thing I like about it is that each slide is limited to 20 seconds, so you can um, think in terms of a short story. So when you first go to Powtoon, you have to think about what kind of story you're telling. It's probably easier to just start with a blank Powtoon. So you want to, of course, choose things that fit your mood. Maybe you're telling a horror story, so you want to, go with dark colors and pictures of vampires and, cemeteries and things like that. So you load up your Powtoon and you choose. Basically, you know how to pick something. So let's go with let's go with whiteboard. So you want to make sure that you're in the create mode, and it dumps you right into the timeline. Okay, so as I said, you have 20 seconds maximum per slide. So to add seconds, you just add and then take away. But they give you 10 to start with, so you start building your scene. So you um, move the timeline, and this is where your effects are going to drop in. So if you want a picture to appear at 5 seconds, then you make sure that the picture is lined up. All right, so if I was going to add a picture, I would go over here and choose a picture. So here are some of my pictures. We'll just choose this one. Okay, so you can see that this picture doesn't appear until 5 seconds. Boom, picture. Okay, so when you have something here, you can do different things with it. You can um, make effects, right? So you can have this thing like, for example, shoot in from the right, all right? And then after a couple seconds, you want it to shoot back off to the left, okay, or whatever. So let's see how that looks. Close out of there. Okay, so here comes 5 seconds. The picture shoots on. After a couple seconds, it shoots off. Okay, so if you're cool with that, then you can leave it. You can always go back and you can take the effects off. Let's say you wanted it to come on, but you didn't want it to go off, so you would just hit no effect. To add things like music and voiceovers, which you want to have, you go over here and you can add your own music. You can add your own voiceover. If you've already uploaded things, it'll be under My Music, and if you've already done voiceovers, then it's going to be over here. So to use a voiceover, you just hit use, and to add a voiceover, you just hit the add voiceover button and hit record, and record your voiceover. And then you name it, and you save it, and then you use it. And when it asks if you want to apply it to the entire Powtoon or just the current slide. All right, so let's just use it for the entire Powtoon. Okay, you can change the volume of it if you want it just in the background. You can add voiceover to it, so you could drop the level of the music and have the voiceover a little louder. You can do all kinds of things as far as that goes. As far as text, of course, you have to add words to your pictures. So you've got different types of titles. Okay, you have text that kind of has a pre-formatted layout on your page. Okay, those are called text overlays. Close out of that. Text elements, bubbles, and speech bubbles, and text balloons and everything. Let's see. Close out of there. We've got design titles. Okay. And different pictures, badges. Right, so a lot of things, a lot of different things. You can have characters. You can add people. The pro means you have to pay for it. if we're using it for free, so you don't have a lot to choose from. Props are a lot of different things. Kind of search. So let's say apple. You want an apple. All right, you got some to choose from. Let's say you want a vampire. Let's see. Okay, so you have tons of different options. You just kind of click around to see where it is that you can get the pictures from. Maybe you weren't getting them in props, so they put you down to the background. You can see where you are by looking at the tab here. Okay, so props, then you have different shapes. Cool things where if you pick this, you would drag and drop something that would go into your picture. So let's say we take this one. Okay, and you can see it's embedded in there. Okay, that's images. And you can upload, of course, your image. And you can also search to see what they have. You would go down here, for example. There's you got Flickr, all kinds of stuff. And then videos, you can embed videos. So they give you some. You can just have like a cool, funky background if you wanted to do something like that. You can see that it goes over onto other slides, but you can just delete those slides. So if you only wanted the video on the one slide, then you would just get rid of those. So all your slides are over here. Okay. And again, each one can be as long as you want it to be, as long as you don't go over 20 seconds. And it's good time. You want to, of course, title it. We'll call it test. And when you're done, you hit preview and export. And you just love it. You think it's so great, so you would export it. Or, you could go back and edit it and then just preview and export again. And if you decide you don't like it, then you would just delete it. All right. Very good.